Good morning. Good morning. It's Saturday, July 21st. It's great to see you, 2024. So I was thinking today on the drive down, I kind of went for a cruise up around the mountains. I'm by Bridal Veil Falls here in Utah. I got the new car out for a little cruise here. I'm just kind of enjoying the ride. Look, I was thinking about why do leaders, super leaders, people in authority, why do they have such failed relationships at such a high level? And I don't mean failed like good. I mean failed like they fail a lot. My personal heroes, people like Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, Gary Vaynerchuk, all of them divorced. Tony Robbins divorced twice. Lawyers, authority figures like police, first responders, their divorce rates are massively higher. So why? Here's the thing. We live in a time where authority is really intoxicating. And it's more so for the guys. This is more about the men. We have trouble letting go of that. Because you remember, just think about this. Let's say that you're at home and you're a woman and you're waiting for your man to come home after you get home from work, and he rolls in and he walks in and starts being the authority figure or the CEO or the CFO, the business leader. He doesn't treat you like the person you deserve to be treated. He treats you like a business associate. Let's say you walk in and your attorney husband all of a sudden starts cross-examining you, treating you like it's a legal case. A judge, a soldier walks in and start making you feel like you're getting inspected or getting orders. That is a recipe for disaster. No one wants to be treated like that. And I actually have coached people through this process. There's a trick that we learned, and Chloe Madonna's talked about this, and she's a worldwide trainer, a psychotherapist and family therapist. She's amazing. And she recommended this. My own spin a little bit too, though. She recommended a garbage can, but I tell my guys, look, buy a stainless steel shiny or chrome shiny garbage can, okay? One that really is shiny and chrome, and if it's, it's a reflection, and it looks clean and brand new. And you put that in the corner of the garage, the last thing that you see when you walk into the house, okay? When you walk in, you have to have this little drill where you stop, open that lid, and you physically feel yourself vomiting all the stress, all the anxiety, all the negativity, everything that went on in your day or at home, or excuse me, at work, that you might bring into the house. Because if you can't do that, this is the issue. It will not matter how good a guy you think you are walking in. You will carry that shit with you into the house. You will affect your children, your spouse, interactions, how you deal with everything that. What if you're going to visit relatives and you take the authority figure with you? It's, oh, the asshole lawyer's showing up, the asshole cop's showing up. I know guys that are cops sometimes, do that for bouncing, the wind's got a little bit, who they try to be hard-ass cops at a social gathering. And that is not becoming to anybody. It makes them look like a joke. And there's something make people make fun of later, which they should, any smart cop knows the best cops, the people you want to be around, are the nice guys with authority that you know you're safe with, not someone that brings anxiety because they think they're in charge all the time. That's important. Same thing with an attorney. The attorney has to let go of that law side. We had an experience with a guy that we loved, good guy, what we thought was a good guy, attorney, very powerful guy. He's been successful in law school and in working with universities and running city planning and stuff. And we went out for an evening, and he got a little intoxicated, and he turned into the biggest asshole. Not heavily intoxicated, just a little bit. But started giving orders, and everybody's going to do what he wants. And I just kind of went with it until I eventually got tired and said, okay, we're going to do our own thing for a bit. And it really annoyed him that we didn't just bow and move. And we just decided we're not going to spend any time with the guy because he's a complete asshole. So, which he deserves to be alone, and he will be. He'll never have a permanent relationship. Relationships are always toxic, and they're never there. Until he's willing to let go of that side of himself, he will never have a happy life. He's got money. He's very successful. He's paid $1 million cash for a house. He's got money. He's alone. He can't keep a lady happy. His friendships with other people are weird and kind of odd because they're always about him. Sorry, I got my back itchy. Yeah, about him being in charge and guiding and leading. And he actually said to us, well, you guys don't need to think about it. I'll make decisions here. He actually said those words. I'm like, if I was invested in it, I would have told him to go screw himself. But I wasn't invested enough in that to worry about it. It actually was kind of funny. I'm like, okay, this is hilarious. I got to see how far this guy will go. And we stopped and walked in a restaurant to check it out. And he's like, no, we got to go. We're not stopping here. We'll go. Let's just go. We were just going, this is amazing. But he had done a little bit of, so, some controlled substances that were legally controlled substance. And he's been drinking, and all the worst parts of him came out. And then I could see, okay, this is why the guy has been divorced several times. He's got relationship background. He's trying to keep these other people, women happy that are living in houses that he owns, because he's a train wreck. And he didn't have a ritual walking in. And I may have gotten diverted, but I have people walk in and I feel them vomit that into that garbage can. I got completely sidetracked on that. If this guy would be willing to walk in the house and picture himself vomiting all of the authority, all of the attorney, all of the legal side in that garbage can, before he walked in the house or before he met with his woman, before he got with his friends, people would adore him because at his core, he's a lovely man. When I first met the guy, I thought he was one of the nicest people I'd ever met. And I'm not fooled by people easily. I'm not genius, but I have a pretty decent insight to human beings. This guy was a train wreck, and I was fooled because he was so kind and sweet, I think, in his core, but he had to be in control so much because so much of his life was out of control. He just holds on to everything, and he's the attorney. He's always the attorney and deciding. You have to be willing to let go of that. When people talk about compartmentalizing and stuff, that's not it. It doesn't matter how good a compartmentalizer you think you are. If you're still carrying that stuff with you under duress, under pressure, it's just spur of the moment, that stuff comes back out, and it affects the relationships of those you love. It will affect how you deal with a child that's mad or having a tantrum or something. It will affect your spouse, how they're dealing with something, or how you help them deal with something or don't help them. Because you think your shit you got going on is more important than what they're dealing with. Super leaders and those on the way up, that's my thing now, is leaders and ladders. Dealing with the super leaders and helping offer ladders to those on their way up. That's my thing now. When you become that super leader, the duress and the pressure are going to go up markedly. I mean, it will it will go up before you make the success, and it will get massively bigger. I mean, it will just grow by leaps and bounds, because as you take on more and you begin to expect more of yourself, people begin to expect more of you as well. So it doesn't matter how well you compartmentalize until you have a ritual of letting go of that pressure and stress. You can physically, when someone's under pressure, you can physically tell them to take the pressure stress off and set it down, the baggage, so to speak. You'll hear them say baggage. Once they do that, you can watch them breathe easier, breathe deeper, and relax, because suddenly they aren't carrying all that weight around. It's so critical to have those tools. This is a longer form video, but look, for those leaders, talk with me about coaching, because I can help you have a better life. I can help your relationship stay stable. I can help things go forward. That's fine. For those on the way up, I'm going to offer a ton of free coaching on this YouTube site going forward. I've got a blog or a podcast starting up tomorrow morning. Will be my first podcast. This is critical that you have elements in place to help you progress and to stay strong, and that you're good at letting go of the entrepreneur, letting go of the authority figure, letting go of whatever you do to let your life move forward. Until you can let go well, you will never have what you want. The key to getting everything you want in the world is how well you can let go. That really is it. How well, in your relationship, how well you can let go of resentment, let go of expectation, let go of what you want in order to help them get what they want. In work, it's letting go of the outcomes and knowing your rituals and specificity and focus on knowing where you're going, but it's the things you do every day. I heard Jimmy Carr say the other day or something, again, I go back to the guy's a comedian, but he's pretty smart. He was saying, and he quoted somebody saying, it's not the pursuit of happiness that's important. It's the happiness of the pursuit. If you're not happy in the processes that you're doing every day, if they're not bringing you some sort of victory, some sort of good feeling at the end of the day, you need to reset what you're doing and rethink what you're doing, because you're doing it wrong. Life is not going to be happy all the time. Life is pain and difficulty, but if once you get a process in place and processes in place, how you move things in your brain, how you deal with your body, how you deal with the people you love, everything becomes easier. And you have to be true to yourself, because there can be things outside that are influencing us and how our brain works that are negative and that need to be changed. And it will be so catastrophically painful to change things sometimes, but what you will have once you start opening up will make it all that pain worth it. So I urge you to go build the best life you want. I urge you to make the tough decisions. Get the garbage can so when you walk in, you vomit all the crap of your day into that. And when you walk out of the house to go to work, it's equally as important that if you're stressed and fought with your spouse, the kids picking you up, you stop and vomit all that in the garbage can and head to work. You can walk into work with a clean slate instead of saying, well, I'm having a bad day. What if you never had a bad day at work? Because you left all that at home for that 9 hours, 8 hours, till whatever it was. You left it in that garbage can. You walk back in, you want to pick it back up and go fight with the family, that's fine. Besides, you spit all over. But if you can leave it there, you will become an massively better leader. That will make you so much better at work, which will catapult you forward, which will help alleviate the stress. Everything starts getting better. So this is kind of disjointed and fast, but I wish you the best. Bridal Veil Falls is stunning here in Provo. It's a gorgeous area. You can see this. It's right next to the highway here. It's kind of noisy. I'm not sure what you can hear. I'm hoping this microphone blocks the wind, but we'll see. I wish you a great day, a great weekend, and a great end to your summer as we go into August. See ya.